Adam from Xtreme Motorsport. Here's a short video on how to assemble our 18 plate clutch kits. These are all the stock parts that you should have once you've stripped down your clutch. All these parts here. 3 bearings, your clips, your 2 seals, 2 clips, spring bases, centre tower, drive gear and outer cover. On your centre tower you must check that the seals are okay, top and bottom. Once you've done that and it's all nice and clean, you're ready to assemble. Start assembly. Once you've unpacked our kits, start with the billet centre tower, billet carrier. Here are your steel plates and frictions. What we normally do is you split these into half so you have 9 of each. That way it makes it a little bit easier when you assemble. On the discs you have 2 discs with notches out. You have 14 discs that are the 1.3 steels like this. Again, split these into equal amounts. That makes it easier to assemble. Start with your frictions. Start with the two circuit grooves on the top. Place your first friction in, then place in your first steel with the notches, then the next friction, then use the 1.3 steels, next one of them, next friction. You keep going until you've used all 9 up, like this. When you get to the last one, you then use, there's 2 steels provided which are 1.7mm thick. And this is the last steel which is illustrated in the paperwork provided, which is which and where they go. Place this one in last. You then take the circlip, which is the thick one, which approximately measures 2.4 ish. Fit the circuit like so, even it up. Once you've done that, the next job is to fit the piston, billet piston B, onto the tower. Check the seal's okay. This already comes installed with the seal inside. Rub a piece of oil on the seal and then fit the piston. This should slide on like this. Do not press it on with a press. Also make sure that you have the correct one for the correct year. An MY09 should be for an MY09/10 tower. This again is illustrated in second lot of paperwork which shows the difference between the 2 years. Fit your piston, then fit your spring seat, then check the seals on these are okay, they're not ripped. Fit like that, then use the circlip. I usually do this with a press. You can do it with one of these tools which we can supply. Once you've fitted your clip, press this down in the press gently, make sure the seal doesn't pinch around the outside and check that the clip is properly seated. The next step is to then place your tower into the billet carrier. Sometimes these are a little bit tight, so use a rubber hammer fit into place. Then use the original clip that fits on the top. Must make sure this is properly seated. Just turn the clip so it's even. Once you've done that, you're ready then to do the next step. The next step, once you've done that, is to fit your baskets. Take a screwdriver, place it in between the teeth of the frictions and just move them up until they're perfectly straight, like so. Then take the 3 bearings that you have out of your stock kit, stock clutch, place the top bearing on the top, this way up, not that way. Next job is to fit the bearing onto the top of the billet basket. Press this down, make sure it's properly seated, make sure you've got this bearing on, and then place the basket on the top. Make sure it's all the way home. Little tip, put it on its side, press inwards and just give it a turn, check it's fully seated properly. It's okay. Now for your basket A, check you've got your bearing on, fit that. Then again, start with your frictions. First friction, plate with the in cuts must go in as your first steel. Next friction. Then your 1.3 steels. Friction, steel. Keep going until you've used them all up. Once you get your last friction on, you then use the 1.7mm thick steel. Last one on the top. Once that's done, don't forget to put your bearing on. Take the gear drive cover plate. I've put a pen mark on where it goes. You have 4 cutouts. You can place it on between any one of these, but it must be in between the 2. Before you put the clip in, offer up the cage just to check that it's going to go into the centre. Once you've done that, remove, place in the end clip, check the clip is properly seated, again make sure it's central between the 2. Now you're ready to fit the outer cage. Check this is all nice and clean. This is your piston A, it's already got the seal on. I'd wipe a little bit of oil on there before you assemble. Obviously this seal's okay because you've already checked it. You can put this around any way you want. Sometimes when you fit these, they're a little bit tight because of the stock carrier. Make sure it's properly seated and fit the last remaining circlip. Again, check this is properly seated and clipped in. Once you've done that, you fit in the last spring seat. Check your rubber seal on this end plate is okay, it's not damaged. Place that in there and fit the other remaining clip. Press that on in the press. This is how your clutch should look when it's finished. check the clearances. To do this, use a small screwdriver between one of the plates and the fibre gently, not to damage it, just to part it. Put your vernier gauge the other side on the same plates. You should have about 4.3 on each stack, as demonstrated here. Okay, once you've done that, we do a pressure test. This is the centre tower bit that comes out of the gearbox. You can do it straight into the gearbox without taking this out, but this is to show you how it all works. Place the clutch on the top or in the gearbox. Yourself an airline. This one operates piston B, which is here. Pressure test it, that works. This one operates piston A, clamps that way. See, that works fine. You can see there's no friction on any of these, and that's it. Thank you.